insecurity is eating them. You think they have been pushed to the wall to take another route of constitutionalism. Picking up arms also is constitutional. If you have nothing left, you have no alternative. But I want to ask you one question. Why is the world silent? Why? Let's bring in that angle. Let's juggle that angle. Why is the world silent?
Thank you. I also thank and appreciate everyone here and those watching online. Once again, thank you for the invite. The question you put across now is not just intelligent question. It is a sensitive question that some people don't want to hear. It's part of the question that makes Nigeria government panic, because there are commitments everywhere. The reason why the world remain quiet or silent today is similar to the program I called you for last week, that I have a program coming up, and the program is why the silence of the Nigerian pastors. There are commitments. The Nigerian pastors have been committed, and they have committed themselves. Similar commitment that the world has put themselves into between Nigeria. And Nigeria, I want to give you an idea. Nigerian international passports are not printed in Nigeria. It's produced in Europe. Now, and the amount given to Nigeria as contract to produce this, Nigeria paid double as a bribe to appease that country in order to support everything Nigeria is going to cry for the detriment of Nigeria economy and the people in Nigeria. But surprise, surprise, why they were doing all this and the whole world listening to them, because they feel or they felt they are part of the nations, unity of nations. International law is the law of nations. Now, when they come together, Nigeria think because they can attend those meetings and they somehow they stopped news from crossing Nigeria. One of the number one reason is because the world feel they are not aware because news does not carry it. The Nigerian television, the Nigerian newspaper cannot write down exactly the truth about what is going on. The newspaper, the media company in Nigeria has been messed up and they are bought over. Now, the world knew what is going on, but because the news cannot carry it, they pretend as if they do not know. But why they were keeping silent, surprise, surprise, the people has been pushed to the wall. And the Constitution of Nigeria permits self-defense. When it has come to the point that you open your door, when somebody rings your bell, you are thinking it's a visitor, it become an armed robber. You're going to use everything you have, you lay your hand to defend yourself. So what happened now is that because of the silence of the world, as a result, they don't want to interfere. Instead of interfering, they are being given one thing or the other. And Nigeria is lying to them. And when they send their representative to Nigeria like ambassadors, they get themselves messed up, because Nigeria as a country is such a sensitive country to people who love gifts. Even the Bible said that the gift can blind the wise. And as a reason why that is going on, they brought pastors. These pastors that should bring the truth out, like Nehemiah, like Elijah, like Elisha. They claim that Nigeria is a seat of government of country that has respect to Christians. But the same pastors will sit down while a leader of a church, chairman, or Christian Association of Nigeria, the chairman will be kidnapped and be killed in a video while a pastor is buying thought number 3 aircraft. Now, that is the same thing that those pastors will come to the international community and tell them that what is going on in Nigeria, the news they're hearing is a mere propaganda, because the news is not coming from Nigerian media. So one of the reasons is because the world is keeping silent because Nigeria have bribed and they are now controlling the media company. Minus social media, where the Biafrans have laid their hand, and you see what Nigeria government is doing to silence the social media. Shamefully, they want to silence everybody. They forget about freedom of speech. They want to make everybody keep silent. But I know it is only someone that is born by a demon that will keep quiet while such a thing is going on. So thank you. I cannot hear your voice. Unmute yourself.
Oh, fine. Sorry. I always leave it so that it doesn't interrupt with the other people. Thank you very much, Tony. I've been looking forward to seeing you, and I'm very happy to hear your voice. And I want to laud you for coming on board. And this is what we are going to do. We are not going to be shy to talk about one of the African countries going down. Let me come to Nairobi then. Sean Wesonga, brief, 1 minute or 2 minutes. Is Nigeria breaking up? Is there any reason to call Nigeria Nigeria anymore? Is Buhari alive? Is Buhari the president or Jabril? You know, these are some of the things that have confused me up to today. I don't know. If a man comes up and says, I can't fight anymore, what do we do? What should African Union? Why is the world required? Have we been captured by multinational companies? Tony raised a very serious point. The panel, those who are watching, who are going to contribute. Multinational, a Nigerian pastor buys the first class aeroplane. So he flies around Africa and tells everybody we are very rich. But down at home, people are in trouble. He doesn't say the government has a problem. This is what Tony has raised. So how can we help a situation of this nature? Kenya is a member of the United Nations Security Council. Today, for 2 years, it sits on the United Nations Security Council. President Uhuru Kenyatta will sit there until 2022, 2023. And Kenya will be on the Security Council. What can the president take from us, our discussion here? We are not discussing for the sky or the wall. We are discussing such that ideas can come here. Wesonga.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Matsanga, and every panelist that has spoken before me. First and foremost, I really want to reiterate that the people of Biafra need their independence, and this should be unconditional, because when you even listen to the words of Abraham Lincoln when America was undergoing the Civil War, and they had a problem similar to what we have today in Biafra, where a group of individuals feel they are more important in that they can be able to oppress and be able to discriminate another community of people, then he said that no man should see himself so important to govern another man without the other man's consent. And that is what should be happening to the people of Biafra. We should give the people of Biafra the freedom to determine their own future. And any African leader, any African state that is actually watching this conversation, it is time for us to come up together to help the people of Biafra to be able to determine their own future. And as you said in the opening remarks, Dr. Matsanga, that these are people who, before even the European came into the African continent, they had their own structures of leadership. They had their way of living together and chatting about their own prosperity. So therefore, when you see the people of Biafra today sharing the tribulation of the entire Nigerian community, then that tells you that these are people who have been dragged into a mess that they should not be part of. And therefore, the only way we can be able to salvage the situation for the Biafrans is by allowing them to form their own state. The only way we can be able to actually also help the rest of Nigerians who are actually being discriminated, who are actually being stepped upon by President Muhammadu Buhari and his Fulani clansmen, is to ensure that the leadership that is in Nigeria is changed. We get a leadership which shall be able to give the Biafrans the right to have a referendum to determine their own fate as a people. And that is a right which cannot be contravened, because even in the UN Charter, that is what it says about self-determination as a people. So to me, Dr. Matsanga, I believe that that will be the only solution that the Biafran people will have to their problems. And they have fought for decades to have these particular rights to determine themselves. In that giving up now, or maybe someone telling them to postpone it, will actually carry more repercussion, because blood has been poured, the families have been separated, and very, very many Biafrans have been sent to exile due to these particular.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Matsanga, there is something he pointed out. I would like to also make some, input. Very positive thing he mentioned. I would like to make some input.
I will give you the chance, but I'm holding it. Let me give any Olesesana Nairobi, Tawish, just give us. Is it too late to give to help? What has AU? Why has AU gone quiet? Why are people quiet? Tony raised the point there. Why are people quiet? Nigerians are being, Biafrans are being killed. Every day you wake up, you have a report. And by the way, good news for you people, Nigerians, Biafrans who are here. Tomorrow, the chief prosecutor of International Criminal Court, the one Fatou Bensouda, who was actually bribed by Buhari, is leaving. So expect me by Friday, Mr. Simon. I am already delivered my document. It is ready, well polished. I want to start a journey to indict Mr. Buhari. So thank you very much. I'm doing it using my own resources. At my age, I can't leave younger people like you outside in exile. I want to file, and I will file that application by Friday. I want to test Karim Khan. I want to see what he can do for the ICC. If ICC cannot take this document and look for Buhari and bring Buhari and warn Buhari to stop killing people, then we dismantle it. So I am moving. Those are good news I promised you the other day. And I want to thank the lawyer who worked with me. I have now modeled the document with exhibits, video, real live killings by the Nigerian army and the police and the security agencies. I will deliver my case. You don't need to be a Nigerian or a Biafran to deliver the case. As long as Nigeria is a signatory, as long as Britain, Uganda, Kenya is a signatory to the International Criminal Court, anybody from those states can deliver, can choose anyone at any time. So here I am, Mr. Buhari. Let's wait for the documents to arrive. Abuja, your head, they will come and then you will be notified. So that is all. We need to work out. If we don't speak now, we can't speak. So Tawish.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. David Matsanga. Thank you so much, Dr. David Matsanga, and my colleague panelists, and of course, everyone who is watching this program this evening, or night or morning, depending, of course, from where you're watching us from. Dr. Matsanga, I think
you should be at night yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sure, sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Matsanga. So I think what we need to make a clarification is that as far as Nigeria is concerned, I think Dr. Matsanga, yourself and myself, we have been handling the Nigeria matter for as long as you remember, from 2016 or 2017, if my memory serves me well. But I think the most important thing is moving forward. How do we find a solution to the problem that continues to bedevil Nigeria as we speak today? because there's that agitation by the indigenous people of Biafra. That is the Igbo people who want, of course, a separation from Nigeria. And the feeling when you listen to them, when you listen to their agitation, is actually a genuine concern, a concern that they want a referendum to determine their fate. They want to have a nation of their own. And I think for President Buhari, it is something that he should have allowed or permitted to have happened through a referendum. But again, because Buhari, having his own interests, is a person who is not so much keen on allowing this to happen. So it is unfortunate as we speak today, Dr. Matsanga. But again, I allowed the people of Nigeria, especially the indigenous people of Biafra, because they have been very keen and they have been very focused, very determined, very resolute, and not giving up when it comes to the question of agitation and calling for this referendum to take place. And I think for somebody like Namdi Kadu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Nigeria, indigenous people of Biafra, calling for this referendum to take place, he should continue with the same effort, with the same energy, to make sure that we have this referendum take place, so that the people of Biafra can have a referendum at last. So Dr. Matsanga and the entire panelists who are actually watching, and everyone who is actually everyone who is tuned in today, I want to say this in particular, that the people of Biafra really deserve the best. They deserve the good leadership. They deserve a referendum. They deserve, of course, self-rule, which they have been fighting for so many years. A lot of blood has been lost. A lot of sweat has been, of course, lost. So many people have been displaced. So much has happened in Nigeria simply because of this quest to have Biafra recognized as a state of its own. And I think it is time for President Buhari really to come out and permit or allow this to happen, because again, this will go down in history as one of his legacy, if you will allow the people of Biafra really to have a referendum to determine their fate, to become an independent state for that matter. So Dr. Matsanga and my colleague panelists, I think the message here is we continue to push for the people of Biafra to have a nation of their own. So it's not time for Buhari to continue giving us hocus-pocus information, to continue giving us excuses, hypocritical messaging. The most important thing here is President Buhari must allow this to happen, because again, the people of Biafra and the indigenous people of Biafra cannot continue to allow this to happen, because again, they want this referendum to happen so that they can determine their fate. So, Dr. Matsanga, I submit tonight that what we have to do and allow and continue to agitate for and campaign, advocate for, champion for, is for the people of Biafra to have a nation of their own. Nothing less, nothing more, Dr. Matsanga, I submit.
Thank you very much. Nobody, you have a word to say before I am about to come back to Simon? Simon, prepare your intervention. Nobo.
Can you unmute yourself?
And unmute.
Okay, yes. Okay. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who are watching this program. It's a great privilege and a delight to have you all here. I wish to say that the first thing we have to understand is Nigeria existing? It's over 117 years. There is no constitution, there's no consensus that binded us together. Is with their war chest worth more than $20 billion. So these people do not have any stand as a viable, reputable country that we can say we have a country. We don't have a country. We don't have a president. We don't have senators, House of Rep, House of what they refer them generally now is called the presidency. There is no president. So that man you saw there that is parading himself, he needs to come to Hague. He needs to come and explain himself. There should be a DNA that should be conducted. DNA should be conducted. It's a very serious DNA should be conducted. Who is that man who have held the whole Nigeria, the whole citizens, 216 million people hostage? This is a very serious issue that we should be talking about. Also, African leaders are there shamelessly, I must use this word, shamelessly, ignoring the fact that people are being killed every day. 500 people, 400 people, they are not discussing it, they are silent. The European people are gaining from conflict in Africa, they don't care. The Americans are gaining from conflict in Africa, they don't care. The Asians are gaining from conflict in Africa, they don't care. What they are doing is championing and sponsoring arms into the hands of terrorists. What is the reason why America have not come to fight Boko Haram in Nigeria? They say they are world power. They are fighting terrorism all over the world. I'm asking this question, why is it that American government, American military are not fighting Boko Haram in Nigeria? They are the same people. Why is it that Britain is not fighting Boko Haram? America has about 5,000 military in Afghanistan, which they withdrew recently. And in Iraq, they were there, 10,000. They withdrew it. America is not basically occupying any specific place with maximum military presence. Seriously now, why are they not coming to Nigeria? Why are they not coming to Boko Haram? The Chad president, the former Chad president, he finished Boko Haram within 1 week. Why is it that America is not probing all those people who are financing terrorism in Nigeria, who are championing this terrorism all across Nigeria and killing innocent people? They brought Christianity to us. Why have they ignored the Christians? I'm not only saying that this is a religious issue. Both Muslim and the Christian, this is humanitarian issue. Generally, Benue State is being under siege. Abia is under siege. Ohafia is under siege. Anambra is under siege. Ebonyi is under siege. Enugu is under siege. All the whole Biafran land is under siege. Oduduwa, the same thing. They are under siege. What is the world leaders doing? United Nations is a disgrace. I'm saying it proudly and very without any remorse. United Nations and all these human rights organizations, that Amnesty International, that is situated in Abuja, have been calling for their presence. They have kept silent because they have economic interest in embezzling the resources of Biafrans with other external criminal companies, rogue entities like Shell BP from Holland, Total, JP Morgan, all of them, they are there embezzling the resources of Biafrans. And we are not protecting the lives of people from that region, from that land of which you are taking those resources from. Let me tell you, in Biafra land, we can no more fish again. Give me 1 minute. Let me digress. Finish with 1 minute.
One minute. Yes.
In Biafra land, in place we call Ejo. This is a place that they produce oil. Also in Abia State, they produce oil. In Imo State, natural gas is there. In Ejo, for example, in Bayelsa, for example, they can no more fish anymore.
Okay.
Fishing is finished for them, except Shell BP will come and clean up the mess they created there. We don't have a president. We are not Nigeria, and Biafra must be restored with every last drop of our blood to prove to the world that we are human beings who have flesh and blood and must be heard. And the United Nations should organize a referendum with the world leaders. Thank you so much. I applaud this program. Let's continue.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, we have very little time left. And as you know, in Kenya, there is curfew. And our curfew starts at 10 o'clock. And most of my staff who are in the main headquarters studios would like to run home before curfew catches them. But before I do that, I promise I'll continue with this subject. To proceed, we want to be heard. Simon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Matsanga. I really appreciate the fact that I have once again another time to speak. I want to, agree with the previous speaker before the last one, and then of course, yes, and then of course with the last speaker as well. That because of he mentioned the UN Charter. Now, I want everybody, especially those of you in other African countries, and then also to remind to the UN, the United Nations. A lot of people do not know the reason why the UN was set up. UN was founded in 1945. The reason for UN, the international organization, which was founded in 1945 after the Second World War by 51 countries back then, was to what? To maintain peace, international peace, to maintain international peace and security. Developing friendly relations among nations and promoting social progress, better living standard, and human rights. Now, this is the reason for UN. Now, let us, project this to Nigeria situation. UN is for peace, security, for progress, for betterment of living standard. And that is exactly what UN should live up to in Nigeria now. How do UN intervene in Nigeria? To maintain the peace and security in Nigeria, Nigeria needs to be disintegrated. As it is now in Nigeria, the security, chief of security agencies in Nigeria are controlled by those loyal to either directly Fulanis or those loyal to the Fulani Caliphate under the leadership of Sultan of Sokoto. Now, the conquest of Nigeria, they want to continue the Usman Danfodio. Today, the letter issued to a state called Delta State has 4 or 5 terrorist group pictures in that letter, which means they have been able to come together for the final, fight against other indigenous people in Nigeria. And this is what the UN don't want to understand. The reason for UN coming into existence in 1945 is to intervene in a situation like Nigeria.
Yes.
Look at the solution of Nigeria. What is going to be the solution of Nigeria problem? The solution of Nigeria problem is to disintegrate the interest of the problem happening in Nigeria. When Nigeria is disintegrated, the interest of the terrorist group will disintegrate. Not only that, the differences that are fueling this crisis and killing in Nigeria will also disintegrate. When Nigeria disintegrates, it will go a long way in restoring peace and tranquility in the entire West Africa.
Yes.
Now, having said that, how will disintegration of Nigeria solve this security problem and crisis in West Africa? It is going to solve it this way. We know that when we are shouting and agitating for the freedom of Biafra or disintegration of Nigeria, people will always make references to Sudan. And we have said several times without number, why are you people making references, especially those in other parts of Africa? Why are you people making references to South Sudan? Why are you not making references to other nations within Africa that have actually conducted referendum and they are doing well? Why have you not mentioned other parts of the world where referendum has taken place? Why is South Sudan always a case study?
Right.
Apart from that, we are completely and totally different people. We have different culture, different understanding. Biafra are the people that are scattered and have traveled a lot all over the world. You see Biafrans. Now, the disintegration of Nigeria will solve the problem in a way that, first of all, the terrorists, the Boko Haram, the Al-Qaeda, the ISIS West Africa, the bandits, the Fulani herdsmen, and what have you, Al-Shabaab and all of them, once Nigeria is disintegrated, the interest that makes them to now invade the southern Nigeria will automatically disintegrate. It means that the activities of the terrorists will be limited to other part of the northern Nigeria. Now, it may also shock you that immediately Nigeria disintegrates, the terrorists will cease their activities because they are fighting virtually for the Islamic State of Nigeria or Islamic State of northern Nigeria. When Nigeria disintegrates, the northern Nigeria that are already having their 12th state of Sharia state in Nigeria will be comfortable with them. Okay. Now, what is going to happen? What is going to happen to other people that are Christians or other, people that are having other belief within northern Nigeria is something that is going to be a gradual solution. We are going to provide solution to that. We are going to have a very strong border control. We are going to build our border, protect our life and our land before we can now extend a joint military operation to get rid of every other remnants of terrorists within the Sahel region. So the UN must consider having a very strong force to bring in and restore peace within West Africa, and that strong force will come from Biafra and Oduduwa.
Thank you.
America cannot do this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simon. And on that note, I want to say what you have just said in so many words is there is a threat to peace under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Security Council. Period. That's what you have said. And I'm happy to summarize it for you, that it is a threat to peace in the region. If Nigeria, if the UN does not step in, we shall have a problem. Honor, Mr. Honor 7C, just 1 minute. You have been putting your hand up for a long time. Can you say a word, and then Dr. Nachama summarily send us a vote of thanks? Mr. Honor C, telephone number Honor C. If he's not there, is most favor. Say one word. Unmute.
Dr. Matsanga, good evening from here.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to be part of the program once more. My name is Most Favor. Yes, I just want to commend all the comrades for the positive impact they've all made. And what I have to say is this, that they've all spoken word. And just to add to what Simon just said, every time some of our most African brothers, they keep telling us, reminding us about South Sudan. Why is it that it's also difficult for them to remind us about Estonia, Finland? These are countries, they were all part of old Soviet Union. They were old former USSR. But today, they are leading, they are among the leading giants in Africa.
Yes.
But every time our people will keep telling us about South Sudan, the major problem African is facing, just Simon said it in the beginning, the major problem African is facing is because of the partition. Countries are built and created based on ethnic lines, but that thing is not present in Africa.
Thank you.
And finally, let me drop this let me just
drop it.
Yeah.
Time is against us. Simon, Nairobi has
coming of Biafra will be the end of terrorism in West Africa region. The earlier we all understand this, the better for all of us. Thank you very much for giving me the time.
Thank you very much, Joseph Nyachama. Vote of thanks to our guests.
Thank you, Dr. Matsanga. Simon, I like your eloquence on this matter. I think on behalf of Pan African TV, we need to congratulate you and continue to support you, on your endeavor to liberate Nigeria from dictatorship.
Thank you very much.
Because there is a maxim which says that populi sublime lex, which means the welfare of the people is the supreme law. There is no constitution that can be cited that shall supersede the aspiration of the Biafra people. Therefore, Banjo Africa, in fact, as I started saying, I think probably to a certain extent I was misunderstood personally. I have been in the forefront to support your cause, except I went offline in analysis it was not understood clearly. But be assured through Banjo African TV, courtesy of the leader, Dr. Matsanga, we are all behind you. And nothing can stop people from self-determination. Let those who are listening hear this voice. This is the voice of God, and no man shall diminish it. So brothers, be assured the support is growing, and by the end of all, it will suppress all the evil people. Thank you very much, Dr. Matsanga. I submit.
Thank you very much, lady and gentlemen. Jocelyn, I want to thank you very much, all of you, for having attended this show, The Diplomatic Leaks. As you know, Nairobi, our curfew starts at 10 o'clock. Some of my engineers must have left their permits behind their houses. So I want to tell them to give them a send-off quickly in the next 30 minutes so that they reach home. But I want to say on Thursday again we shall start at we want to start at 8 and have another program of 2 good hours. And this time we shall allow everybody to speak. Today we have made progress. I want to tell you that nobody should stop you from speaking for your own people. Some of us have seen it all, and we are not threatened by Buhari. You'll see in the newspapers what I've filed against Buhari, and you'll understand that I am not just a person speaking. I've tried ICC before, and I will wrestle it again. And until I bring Mr. Buhari to justice for having allowed Nigeria and Nigerians to kill each other, I will not rest. I want to thank you all that continue with the spirit. Ask for what you can be given. Knock and the door will be opened. If you keep quiet, who will open the door for you? The Bible said so. Don't be people who preach and go away. Stick there, knock the door. Simon, thank you very much, all of you. Jocelyn, all of you, Sean, those watching, Namdi Khan, wherever you are, Mzee, my dear brother, this is a message. The messages are going out through to everybody. Everybody, whoever speaks, whichever language, I think God said it. Tony, you know the Bible better than myself. And unfortunately, you have become an expert. Nigerians are very good experts on the Bible. And he said you can speak in several tongues. So when somebody is speaking about the same problem, don't prohibit people from speaking about it. I see it always happen in liberation movements. I have been there in Tanzania. I know how Idi Amin tried to divide us, that we started killing each other in exile. And saying this one is a spy, that one is, no. That's why some of us are battle-hardened like myself. We stood on the mission and we got Idi Amin out. If you continue speaking with one voice, one of these days, where is Abacha? He's gone. What happened to Abacha? Did he die nicely? Did he arrange? He didn't even arrange to die. He woke up, he was gone. So God has so many ways of paying back people who are obedient. I thank you all. God bless you. This is Punchline Africa Television, the only television in Africa that speaks about Africa, about what ails Africa, defends Africa, and we shall always do it. And we also call upon good investors to come to invest. Don't come to con us. We don't want conning people from Europe who have no houses, but when they reach Africa, they take big houses. So that is very, very important. We also invite people who are good, with good behavior, with good culture, who respect our culture, to arrive on the continent and help us. This is the global world. Thank you very much. This station, therefore, is for Africa, with Africa, by Africa. Ciao.